You. Okay, go ahead. I think it's recording.
Hi everybody, this is Linda sitting in the airport in Winnipeg waiting for them to call our flight and also waiting for lunch because I haven't eaten since this morning's breakfast.
Okay, but tell us about what you did this weekend.
We had an exciting weekend. We were here because my mom and dad were celebrating their diamond wedding anniversary, which is their 60th, today. But yesterday we had a grand tea that David and his wife organized. David being organized the most, Marianne making all the food. It's gone dark. What do I do?
It's okay. Keep talking.
Okay, I'm back. Now, we had with me both our children, our daughter Lise and our son Alex, and here they are.
No, it's okay. We'll show us later.
Okay. Ross is here as well. We've been here since Saturday afternoon. And Saturday evening, we went to join Mom and Dad and see where they live and everything. And both brothers and their families showed up. Doesn't often happen. But they did, and they brought with them some food from DeLuca's restaurant. Anyway, we ate all, and we were very satisfied with it. It was a wonderful meal.
Where were we?
We were at the Poseidon Care Center where Mom and Dad now live. And they are looked after very well there because they look good. My mom looks okay. My dad looks a little underweight, actually. He's thinner than he's looked in years.
Did you talk to them?
We talked to Mom and Dad. We had a good time with them. They were very grateful we were there. However, I was always scared all the way along whether or not my dad would even recognize me because he has a bit of dementia, although it's more than a bit.
Okay, so why don't we talk about the big day of the big party?
Okay, the big party was on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We were staying at the airport Sheraton, 4 Points Sheraton, down the hall from Uncle John and Aunt Faye, amazingly enough. We could have maybe carpooled, but no. Anyway, we went to the Poseidon Care Home for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, where we enjoyed another delicious meal, all put together by Marianne this time, and her girls.
Yeah. How about you talk about other things besides the food, Mom?
Who was there?
Everybody was there, even two women who were quite old now, who used to be in school when Gross Papa taught out in Arnaud, Manitoba. He was their teacher. Anyway, Gross Papa's all now buried and gone, and God rest his soul.
So who else was at the party?
And all of Dad and Mom's remaining sisters that are alive were at the party.
Nemo?
Even Aunt Betty from Victoria, who was Uncle Henry's wife. And Rosemary came from Calgary, and Marguerite came from Victoria, who's now moved out there anyway. 3 minutes,
John.
3 less. Uncle John came from Toronto with his wife Faye, and I don't think Faye was supposed to go there, but she ended up being there anyway. Thank goodness. Anyway, it's dark now. What happened? Okay.
About Claude.
And Claude was there, Mom's baby brother, and the late Ronnie's wife Giselle was also there. Also, people I haven't seen forever, like Yolande and her daughter Kathy. Kathy and George Edgar came in from Rosser, where they're living now, for this event and picked up Yolande and brought her along. So this was wonderbar. Rochelle and Aunt Lily were both there. Aunt Lily is the former Uncle Gilles, late Uncle Gilles' wife.
That's John.
Mhm. Yeah, and Uncle John and Aunt Faye were there.
No. Cousin Jean.
And cousin Jean showed up, which is unbelievably, it was Mom and Dad's godchild. I didn't realize that he was their godchild, but somebody from...
Who was the other one that showed up?
I don't know, you're just...
And Gabriel showed up, who was the youngest one of Uncle Camille's children. And Aunt Dill.
What about
Hello.
Wally
And cousin Wally came with his
Beth.
latest wife, Beth. And she was there. Well, his former wife's first wife passed away from ovarian cancer. So
Oh, that's too bad.
anyway, I know that was
They had to
Uncle
leave early
George.
to go to...
They
because
had to
were
leave
playing
early
in
because
the
they were
Pops.
playing in the Pops Orchestra. They both play instruments. She plays the clarinet and Wally plays the oboe.
There was some woman named Agnes there.
There was also Wally's younger sister named Agnes Sturks, who came, who we haven't seen. I haven't seen her in years.
Oh, and you forgot Aunt Elizabeth in the list.
And Aunt Elizabeth, the former Haiti, was there.
So
As
talk
well.
about how Grandma and Grandpa liked it.
And Grandma and Grandpa were in their glory, welcoming all people. Jim Milne, their great friend, showed up. And Barb Craigie showed up, not Barbara Craigie showed up, not Bob, her husband. So Bob drove the bus when we all had our family reunion a couple years ago.
You
Sorry.
forgot about your uncle.
Which uncle would that be?
No.
And Uncle Claude was there, and he looks good. He's only 7 years older than I am, but he's looking well.
He walked a long way.
He walked from his and Dennis's condominium on Wellington Crescent and Hugo all the way to Poseidon Care Center. And Dennis was supposed to come out because he has the one bus pass that they have. And I asked him, what's the matter with you guys? You can't afford a second bus pass? Well, apparently it was Dennis's turn to use it. So Claude walked.
Oh, why don't you tell him how this morning we went out?
And this morning, because we're leaving in a little while, this morning, my brothers and their wives and families, Crystal and Catherine weren't there, were they?
No, because they had to work.
They had to work. Anyway, Paul and Julie, David and Marianne, and the four of us all met at the Pancake House on Pembina Highway, an old-time haunt for all of us, I'll tell you. And Ross had the giant apple pancake. I had the quiche, the daily quiche, spinach and cheese. And we all had coffee, and they make good coffee there.
And then what did you do after?
And then we went back to Poseidon Care Home to say goodbye to Grandma and Grandpa. And of course, Liz and Alex were always along at the time. Anyway, so I think that's all I got to say. Goodbye all. It was a good weekend. And I'm glad we came.
You done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wave.
6:40.
Wave.
Good night.